Let us start today's current affairs. Prime Minister Modi yesterday left to Davos for World Economic Forum Summit. Prime Minister Modi left to Davos for World Economic Forum Summit. The summit started today, 23rd to 26th. 23rd to 26th is a summit of World Economic Forum, and Davos is located in Switzerland. Every year, every time the summit will be held in Davos, World Economic Forum will give a report on global competitiveness report. India ranked 62nd in global competitiveness report. South Korea bans Bitcoin trade. South Korea completely bans Bitcoin trade. Former RBI Governor Bimal Jalan, former RBI Governor Bimal Jalan said that India is ready for universal basic income. Former RBI Governor Bimal Jalan said that India is ready for universal basic income. Universal basic income is a concept that was proposed in last year's economic survey, where unconditional transfer of money for targeted families. You will give freely money for targeted families. It is also called as helicopter money. Universal basic income, also called as helicopter money. Helicopter money is a concept given by Milton Friedman. Helicopter money is a concept given by Milton Friedman. Supreme Court told National Investigation Agency (NIA), National Investigation Agency (NIA) should not probe on matters of marital status. Should not probe on matters of marital status with respect to love jihad. NIA, National Investigation Agency, has no jurisdiction. National Investigation Agency has no jurisdiction to probe the cases of love jihad, religious matters of love jihad, marital status, and other cases relating to love jihad. As you all know, NIA was established post Mumbai terror attacks in 2008. NIA was established after Mumbai terror attacks in 2008. NIA's major objective is to investigate terrorism. Recently, you all know Hadia case. Hadia case. Love jihad case. Next important article is about BSF destroyed Pak firing stations, Pak firing positions along with the borders. Pak firing positions along with the borders. Coming to newspaper today, CJ of India, Chief Justice of India, the bench headed by CJI is taking up Justice Loya case. We all know few days back, four judges came out and showed their dissatisfaction against mastering the roster. In that dissatisfaction, Loya case is also an important case. Loya case is also an important case where a special judge is trying the cases of Sohrabuddin murder and but some says lawyer was dead. Even lawyer's son have come out and told, don't make politics over my father's death. My father's death is natural. Lawyer's son himself told, don't make politics over that. But still, the case is going on in the Supreme Court. Next article, if you go to today's editorial page, two states, TWO, two states. This article is related to CPIM. The CPIM, the party internally have a difference of opinion about its alliance with Congress. In Kerala, CPIM has a very strong stand. It cannot ally with Congress there. Coming to West Bengal, CPIM needs Congress, but basically more than 55% of CPIM leaders, CPIM cadre, was against allying with Congress. The reason is, for short-term benefits, long-term ideology and long-term vision should not be compromised. For short-term benefits, long-term ideology and long-term vision should not be compromised. The party which have a different agenda cannot form an alliance with the party which have a different agenda for political convenience. Though today they do with political convenience, it might not work out in the long run. The distinction between one political party and other political party is ideology, basic agenda. Two different faiths, two different set of people, if they cannot have the same ideology, there cannot be compatibility if they come together. The same problem and the same solution. This was the issue. Next article is about getting back on the democratic path. Getting back on the democratic path. The article was so beautifully written that the shortage, the vacuum in democracy is felt in almost all the institutional setups in India and also in the world. Democracy is not meeting the expectations of the people. The institutions in democracy are not meeting the dynamism of the new requirements. In India, still we have many problems in spite of 70 years of democracy. Untouchability, dowry, communal clashes. We have many problems. If you see the institutions, legislature, executive, judiciary, they still have to become more dynamic to meet the changing needs. And as it was quoted by Alexander Hamilton, democracy is required. A government must be fitted to a nation. A government must be fitted to a nation, just as a court to an individual. A government must be fitted to a nation, just as a court to an individual. Otherwise the government will not work. The system will not meet the demands. The urgent need is to refurbish the entire systems to meet the dynamic demands of the new populace, at the same time with the democratic values. This is the gist of the article. If you see in lot of things, if you see leadership, the leader is becoming important. The selfish orientation is becoming important rather than the nation. If you see executive, temporary benefits are very important than the permanent solutions. If you see judiciary, recently we have seen the issues in judiciary. In all the institutions, there is a setback. What we need is nation building. not individual interest, vested interest. That is the important thing. Next article is about law put down. Last week, US federal shut down. Last week, US federal shut down. In the American history, this is the 19th time. Federal shutdown, government shutdown generally happens when the legislators cannot pass expenditure bills, spending bills, or when the legislature even cannot address the ad hoc spending requirements. When the legislature cannot address even the ad hoc spending requirements. What we read is here, in America, Trump's administration and his policies. You should remember. Deferred childhood and allowance scheme issues, dreamers issues, immigration issues, Obamacare, all these are the issues which now Americans are considering, common man in America is thinking about. And even America, what all it promised to its allies, most of the allies are also considered as illegal immigrants. The children born to illegal immigrants in America earlier were considered in a graceful way. They are considered as dreamers. Now even with their fate, Trump administration is not certain with their fate. Many issues, the issues are flaring up in America, and federal shutdown happened. The government shutdown. National parks were closed. Many shutdowns happened last week. Next article is about towards an end game. Towards an end game. This is on Syria. From last 4 or 5 years, every week, there is no week passed without an article on Syria. From 2011 to 2018, there is no week passed in the newspapers without an article on Syria. Just imagine. And towards an end game. This heading always I see. But where is the end game? Where is the end of this game? It's a complex chessboard. It's a very complex chessboard. Syria is ruled by Bashar al-Assad. Syria is ruled by Bashar al-Assad. A Shia community man, all-white community Shia. And majority of Syrians are Sunnis. Majority of Syrians are Sunnis. The problem is this basically. Second thing, the world community is asking the Syrian government to come down first. There should be democratic elections in Syria. But that is not happening. The third point here is, America is supporting Syrian Democratic Force, which have Kurdish forces also within it. Kurdish forces. Turkey is supporting Free Syrian Army. Turkey was basically against Kurd population because Kurdish Workers' Party in Turkey was a terrorist organization according to Turkish system. In Turkey, Kurds are the major irritants for them. But for America, Kurds have a democratic right. There are many issues there. Iran is supporting Bashar al-Assad. Saudi Arabia is supporting the Sunni community in the Syria. There are many ifs and buts, and unless every country in the world works for democratic Syria, without their best interest, there is a chance of end game in Syria. Otherwise, this game is going to continue, and after 5 years, we are going to tell the same thing. From last 6 years, I am reading the same article. Okay? The entire story is the same. There is no end game. Next article is about the perilous march of Hindustan. The perilous march of Hindustan. This article is about a proposal making Hindi as an official language in the United Nations organization. Making Hindi as an official language in the United Nations organization. Shashi Tharoor asked a question in the parliament. With this, the article started. In India, basically, we have 3 language formula: English, Hindi and mother tongue. Some of the states like West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, they don't speak Hindi. In most of the citizenry, they won't go with Hindi. Bengali, Tamil, they give priority. For all these things, language and issues have a serious concern in India. Next article is about the color of inequity. As we discussed orange passports, there are 4 color passports: orange passports, white passports, maroon passports, dark blue passports. Orange, white, maroon, dark blue. Orange, white, maroon, dark blue. Orange passports is the issue. Orange passports is given to under matriculation, non-matriculation immigrants for whom ECR is required, immigration check required. This coloring will be discriminatory. Coloring of the passports will make the things very easy for passport officials because they can identify the person based on the color of the passport. But humans feel that, we feel that it is discriminatory. Non-matriculation or orange colored passports, all these things is discriminatory. Inequity, this was the question. Okay, these are the important current affairs today.